Most men are wasting their youth and their lives chasing women, and here's why. So, guys, listen. I used to be a guy who I went through a phase like most guys, obsessed with girls, obsessed with the idea of going on dates, chasing tail, whatever. And I get it; it's fun. It's something where it's hardwired into us as guys to want to be around women, and women are fun. I love women. I think women are a great addition to this world, and this is not anti-woman. This is very pro-woman. However, it's also very pro-male, and I can only speak from my experience as a male. Okay, and when we're guys, when we're constantly just revolving our lives around women and chasing girls and trying to get laid, I get it. It's all we want, right? It's like a huge. Once you discover the shit, once you're in like seventh grade, sixth grade, eighth grade, that you like girls, man, it's like this switch where everything else gets thrown out the window, right? All of our goals and aspirations when we're younger, it goes away, right? We want to be NASCAR drivers, race car drivers, astronauts, fighter pilots, all these things that require a lot of dedication and skill. All of a sudden, we discover women, and it's kind of like we get distracted easily. It's like this. I've seen this meme online a few times where it's like, it's like this guy, he's looking at his goals, right? And in between him and his goals is this like giant pit, and it says like the trap of like chasing women. So it really distracts us in from our goals. And yeah, in some instances, guys, women and the idea of wanting to impress women is something that can motivate us, right? I'm sure a lot of great businesses and stuff have been founded by men who maybe their whole goal was to try to impress a woman, or women in general. However, I think my practice of doing semen retention, which is, if you're new to this channel, it's something where you purposely do not spill your seed as a male. You don't bust a nut for a prolonged period of time. And by doing that, you feel different, you act different. It's a challenging journey, right? Because the first couple of days of not doing it, you're very you have these urges of wanting to, release, wanting to bust a nut, hook up a woman, find a woman, meet women, talk to women, or find it artificially through online, through pictures and videos and dirty websites. However, when you conquer these urges, right, through practicing semen retention, and you learn to live with yourself. All right, I feel this type of way. I feel really excited, really, horny, but I'm not going to act on these urges. I'm going to choose to transmute this energy instead. You start having different thoughts. You start being more aligned with who you are truly as a man versus, just these superficial, surface level wanting to reproduce, wanting to bust your nut. Okay. And through that, you just realize that chasing women, man, and is such a time trap, such a waste of your energy as a male. What you could be doing, what you could be building instead of chasing, man. It's just so many years. Think about how you lost by doing this. Me personally, man, I've lost so much time, so much precious time on this earth by the idea of wanting to get laid. The idea of wanting to reproduce and to just hook up. And instead of that, I could have created wealth for myself. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's hard to say if I didn't. What could have happened, but just knowing what I know now, man, I would have definitely loosened up on that chasing. Yeah, it's important to have social skills. It's important to be able to go out and meet people and have fun and create social connect. It's hugely important as humans to have a social life. However, to a certain extent, we got to realize, all right, we got to just, as men, we're going to attract way more quality women by focusing on ourselves and be on your own purpose, okay? When you're the guy who's always chasing tail, you don't really have much going on for yourself, but you're good at chasing girls, talking to girls, and that's all you fucking know, man. Eventually they find out. Eventually they're like, oh, this dude's just a fucking playboy, and he's got nothing going on besides this. And eventually the fun wears off, right? of course, guys, in the nutshell, attraction women, you got to be a fun guy. You got to be a guy that, you're fun around, to be around. You don't take shit too seriously. That's what girls like. They just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. And however, when we're constantly, being that fun guy, we're not really building for ourselves and not putting ourselves first. Eventually, man, life catches up with you. And we have to be the guy who we're putting ourselves first. We're putting our own business, our own, success first. Women got to be 3, 4, 5th on the fucking list, man. We got to have our hobbies. We got to have our male friends, or even our platonic female friends. Like, you got to have that before you have chasing women on your list, okay? So, basically, in a nutshell, when we chase women, guys, we do this, we are putting everything else last, right? It's like you're putting your whole life, goals, and dreams, your future bloodline last because you want to have some fun with some random thought in the fucking moment, right? And I get it, man. It's a huge temptation. Temptation is real. It's everywhere. What I'm trying to say is that don't be tempted by these cheap thrills, man. Yeah, it's important to have fun and, hook up and, enjoy your life. But think about how much time you're spending, doing this stuff. Are you putting your business first? Are you putting your job first, your life goals, your hobbies? Or are you just trying to get laid? Are you, instead of going out exploring this weekend, are you just trying to go to the club, and the chance of, finding some girl and taking her home? Or are you going to live life fully and go explore things, go check out the world, go to travel and adventure? And by doing those things, it's almost like women just come to you naturally, all right? When we put women first, we chase them. It's harder, man. It's harder to find quality women when you're chasing. But when you practice retention and all of a sudden after a month, 2 months of doing that, you're like, man, fuck this shit. I'm going to just do me and, women can come to me if they want. But it's like a train, bro. Think about like a train, right? Versus like a bus or a shuttle or something like that. A bus or a shuttle can drive around, come to your location. But a train, it's on the railroad's already fucking built. It can't detour, right? The train is stopping. You either got 1 minute to get on or get off, and it's fucking going down the fucking tracks. Be that train instead of that fucking, like, that bus or Uber or whatever that's coming to you. They're coming to the woman, right? You're living this life where you're going to the woman, fulfilling her wants and shit. Versus when you practice retention and stop chasing, you're just trained on the train tracks. You're coming, you're here. You got 30 fucking seconds to get on or get the fuck off, or I'm gonna keep fucking going, right? And that's what we got to be as men. This is what I'm doing. You can come with me if you want. If not, I'm not going to fucking sit here and wait for you. You have to make a decision right now. And by practicing retention and choosing to be a guy who doesn't chase, you are that train. You are a stronger, presence versus that guy who chases, who's all of a sudden this fucking bus, who can drive through the alleyways or through the neighborhoods to come to the woman, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta be more set on like, this is what I'm doing. You can come with me or you don't. Fuck it. But I think you get the analogy, right? So anyways, guys, that's all I got for now. Shoot me a text, 786-897-4754. Peace.